Today, we're diving into a story about a belief that's found all over the world. A force so powerful that just one look is said to bring total ruin. We're talking about Nazar, but you probably know it as the evil eye.
There's this old saying that really gets to the heart of it. The evil eye can even break a stone. And think about that for a second. If something as solid and strong as a rock can be shattered by a jealous stare, what chance does a person, or their entire career, really have?
And that brings us to the two men at the center of our story. On one side, you've got Anil Malhotra. He's a titan of industry, a guy who seemingly had it all. His company, VM Industries, was an absolute powerhouse. But on the other side, you have Naman Agarwal. He's the rising star, the hotshot competitor whose success was starting to shine just a little too brightly for Anil's comfort. See, Anil was successful, no doubt about it, but a dangerous fire was starting to burn inside him, pure envy. He had to sit back and watch as his own projects began to mysteriously fail one by one. Meanwhile, it seemed like every single thing Naman touched turned to gold. And for Anil, that envy quickly twisted into a dark, all-consuming obsession.
This is where Anil's mind really starts to go to a dark place. Now, this was a rational businessman, probably someone who scoffed at superstitions. But as he kept failing, his logic started to fray. He became totally convinced that his bad luck wasn't about bad deals or a tough market. Oh no, he believed it was a supernatural attack. He believed Naman had put the evil eye on him, and he decided he needed to fight magic with magic.
So Anil has his driver take him somewhere far, far away from his fancy high-rise office. He ends up in a graveyard. At night. Just picture it. The fog is so thick you can barely see, and the air is heavy with the smell of a funeral pyre still burning nearby. And right there, sitting in front of the flames, is an Agori, a mystic with eyes that look like they hold all the darkness in the world. Anil walks up, about to ask for help, but the Agori just looks straight through him. Before Anil can even say a word, the Agori says, "You don't want help, you want revenge." So the Agori gets to work. He creates something called a Nazar katotka, which is a kind of ritual charm meant to fight the evil eye. But you just have to look at what it's made of to know this thing is bad news. It's not made from anything pure or holy. It's made from dirt taken from a grave and ash scraped from that funeral pyre. This isn't a shield, it's a weapon. And it takes the form of a small clay doll, which the Agori promises will be the solution to all of Anil's problems. Along with the doll, the Agori gives Anil a very simple, very strict set of rules. Rule 1. This doll is the answer you're looking for. Rule 2. Your rival's luck is about to run out. But then he gets serious. Rule 3 is the big one. You must not fear. And Rule 4 explains why. If even a single drop of fear enters your heart, the magic will turn back on you. It will completely reverse. Anil? He practically laughs in the Agori's face. Fear? He's Anil Malhotra mystery. He doesn't do fear. So full of arrogance, he just watches as the Agori takes Naman's photograph, places it on the doll, and pushes in 3 long needles. And wow, did it work fast. It was immediate and it was brutal. Naman's entire world just falls apart. Huge projects collapse, his company starts losing money like crazy, he even gets into a terrible car accident. Everything that could possibly go wrong for him does. And at the exact same time, Anil's business just explodes. New clients, bigger deals, a new mansion, he's on top of the world. At the absolute peak of his newfound success, Anil stands in his new office and declares, "The world is now at my feet." He thinks he's won. He's crushed his rival, taken back his crown, and all thanks to a little clay doll. But then, things start to get weird. One night, he swears he sees the doll move, just a little bit. A few nights later, he has this incredibly vivid nightmare. In it, Naman is just standing there, smiling at him and says, "This won't last long. The magic will reverse." Anil wakes up completely drenched in a cold sweat. And that nightmare, that was it. That was the moment everything changed. That nightmare planted the very first and most fatal seed of doubt. In that moment, he completely forgot the Agori's warning. He forgot all his arrogance. For the very first time since he made that dark deal, a real, genuine feeling of fear crept into his heart. He broke the one and only rule he couldn't afford to break. Later that night, the clock on his wall hits a very particular time, 2:47 a.m. You know how they say nothing good ever happens at that time of night? Well, in his huge, silent office, the lights start to flicker, and the air gets ice cold. The curse is about to reverse. The clay doll is sitting right there on his desk. And it starts to move. Its head, slowly, creaking, unnaturally, turns to face him. His hands are shaking, But Anil picks it up. He turns it over and his heart just stops. The photo of Naman, it's gone. And in its place is a picture of him.
In that split second of absolute terror, he hears a voice whisper right in his ear as if the Agori was standing right there in the room with him. And it says, "I told you, if you fear, the magic will reverse. It's over. It's too late. The curse now belongs to him." What happened next was a blur. Anil's destruction was just as fast and just as total as his rise had been. His company went bankrupt almost overnight, the bank came and took his house, and before he knew it, the great Anil Malhotra had nothing left. He was out on the street begging for scraps in the same city he used to own. And then one day, a pair of shiny, expensive shoes stops right in front of him. Anil slowly looks up, and he sees Naman. And Naman doesn't look broken at all. He looks fine, confident even.
Naman just looks down at this broken man on the pavement and tells him the final, crushing truth. He says, "I never did anything to you, Anil. No one else ruined you. This is all the effect of your own evil eye." And with that, Naman takes the clay doll from Anil's trembling hands, smashes it on the ground, and just disappears back into the crowd. Anil is left all alone, screaming, finally being burned alive by the fire he started for someone else.
So yeah, the story is about a supernatural curse. But when you really think about it, the real poison was Anil's own jealousy and his own hatred. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What if the most powerful, most destructive evil eye any of us will ever have to face is the one we see staring back at us in the mirror?